Hello, and welcome to this episode of Inside Tech. Today we're going to be taking a look at HTC's new smartphone, the Droid Incredible. We're going to take a look at the specs, features, release date, everything we know, and everything we expect. Looks like a really solid phone. In addition, we're also going to take a look at why Apple has just delayed the shipment of iPads to international customers. What's going on with that, we don't know, but we're going to definitely take a look. In addition, we're also going to go over some rumors about the new iPhone OS 4.0 as well as the iPhone 4G HD, whatever we're going to call it. We're going to take a look at that, and we actually might have a date for when it's coming out. Anyway, let's get this one started. Okay, so let's begin with the newest addition to the Droid lineup, the HTC Incredible. Now this phone is going to be really solid, I think, because it brings a ton of really cool features. The whole full spec list was just leaked, and I'm going to go ahead and go over a few of them with you. To begin with, it has a 1 GHz Snapdragon processor. The 1 GHz Snapdragon processor is hands down the best mobile processor on the market right now. It makes phones, even like netbooks and all kinds of stuff, it makes it blazing fast. It's also in the Nexus 1, as well as a lot of new phones that will be coming out, so that's a great addition. It also has 512 megabytes of RAM, which is really solid because it runs Android 2.1 with the Sense UI interface on top of it. Now, I love this interface. It really looks really solid, and it brings together the best of both worlds with Android, but it also brings a really nice interface. So I'm glad they're going to do this, and it definitely looks like the specs are going to be capable of handling it. In addition, it also has an 8 megapixel camera with autofocus and video capture. Now this is a pretty cool feature. This is one of the highest megapixel cameras on the market today. It really looks like it's going to take nice clear pictures with 8 megapixel. It's kind of disappointing that it doesn't seem like it's going to have high definition video shooting, but hey, we'll just have to take a look at it. The HTC Droid Incredible will be on sale April 29th. No price is announced yet, but it probably should be around $200 or so. I don't imagine they're going to really jack it up a lot. So assuming that it's not an incredibly expensive phone, which I really don't see any reason why it should, this is going to be a very solid phone. It's got the specs, it's got Android, it looks great, it's got a nice looking screen, everything about it is really solid. So we're just going to have to take a look and see once it comes out, but I say that this is going to be one of the best Android phones available once it's released. Okay, so the next story we will be covering is that the iPad has just been delayed for launch in a lot of different countries, by roughly a month, give or take a little bit, depending on which country. This is kind of disappointing. Actually, Apple was saying that there's been huge demand and everything, and that they sold out, but really they haven't sold that many. They've sold roughly about 500,000. And while of course that's really good for, especially a new product like that, a lot of people expected that they would sell a lot more. So the fact that they were planning on doing this, and I don't know, maybe Apple was planning on selling less or something, I don't know. But so unfortunately, if you're in a lot of different countries, you'll have to wait another month. Go ahead and check. You might want to check your local, wherever you've pre-ordered your iPad or whatever to see. But it looks like you might have to wait another month. Okay. So the last story we will be covering today is some possible news about iPhone 4 HD. Of course, we don't know what they're going to call it, but the next iPhone. So according to a post on Gizmodo, that they think that the center that they've used previously in the past for releasing the iPhones, whether it was the 3G or the 3GS, they have booked it for June 22nd. This is not really all that surprising. Everyone knows that an iPhone's coming here in a couple months. But what we're not clear about is when exactly in June. The previous two iPhones came out the 8th and 9th. So for the next one to come out the 22nd might be a little odd. But nevertheless, we do know that Apple does plan on having some sort of event or some sort of product. We don't know what it is, but they are going to be doing something June 22nd. Whether it's the iPhone or maybe it's something else and the iPhone will be a couple weeks before them, we don't know. Okay, so that's it for this episode of Inside Tech. I'd like to thank you all for watching, and definitely if you enjoyed the content, please subscribe. I will be posting more episodes on a hopefully fairly regular basis now. And of course we cover everything from iPhone, Apple news, just general tech stuff, everything you'd probably be interested in. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed, and thanks for watching.